Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. It is I, Digi Driver, welcoming you to your Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. Unless you're already in Thursday, which you probably are, in which case, happy Thursday. We are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Unless I change my mind later, I'm probably just going to be doing whirlybird ops tonight and just relaxing. I feel like I just want to chill tonight and take in some helicopter flights. So I think what I'm going to do is try to find some places that I don't normally fly to and just take in some scenery. We've already done that by taking in some sights in, I think, like New York City, and where else did we go flying? What was it? I know it was like New York City for one, and oh, it was LA, and I think one or two other places. Today, I think I'm actually going to go check out the Grand Canyon by helicopter for a little bit, and then we're going to probably fly overseas or go somewhere and see what we can see. Oh, you know what? It's probably going to be easier for me to just find the airport. I'm going to be looking for Grand Canyon National Airport. Grand Canyon National Park, excuse me. This is not that far away from the Grand Canyon to begin with, and I'm probably going to start on the runway. I'm also going to flip my presets so that it is just about morning. And yeah, there's the canyon right there. And we will probably head directly north from the airport to check out some sights, some vistas. I don't know if I want to use the Cabri or if I want to use the Jet Ranger, but considering how both of them are relatively the same in terms of top speed, I'm probably going to go with the Cabri because it's a lot more forgiving. But welcome aboard, everybody. I hope you're having a good night tonight. And yeah, I'm going to do some helicopter flights and we'll see what we see. And like I said, I'm enjoying what the sim gives me from a default aircraft experience. Not going to worry about it. All right, so we are already facing a heading of 280, I think. Let's just go ahead, slowly take this bird up, get all my lights going. And let's actually top off our fuel so that we are well equipped, at least 90% fuel, and that should be fine. Let's give it a little bit of juice in the collective, just slowly, so that we can actually get this bird up in the air without too much drama. Okay. Now we are already taxiing a little bit. The skids are slowly coming up off the ground. We're just slowly climbing. I'm kind of trying to do a hover taxi right now, and we're a little bit off to the side. Let me nose forward a touch. I kind of like the idea of moving slowly or being very deliberate about my movements. I mean, it's probably a good idea to do this in general, whether you're piloting a helicopter and doing hover taxis or taxiing on the ground at an airport. You don't want to go all over the place really fast. Unless you do, in which case that's fine. Let me spin around to a due north heading. And about due north, and let's give it a little bit more collective and get going. Okay, so like I said before, when I fly helicopters in the sim, I use a gamepad. I try to be as deliberate and patient with my movements as I can, because the joysticks, they're very, I don't know if you want to say they're susceptible, but it's very easy to do erratic movements really fast. Now, I do have a joystick and throttle quadrant, but unfortunately, I've owned the joysticks for about 3 years, and the throttle quadrant never really was, how can I put this? It was never really ultra super duper smooth. It was kind of like jerky motion, and while I was able to get away with it for a while, I found the longer I own the joystick, excuse me, the longer I own the throttle quadrant, the less precise it is. What am I trying to say? It's just the range of motion is there, but the linkage is it feels like I either put too much pressure on it and kind of introduced divots in the throttle assembly, like the things that hold the throttle moving back and forth, or it was just always not the best. It is very difficult to maintain forward pressure with a Joy-Con. So I think what I need to do is let the collective kind of help me keep the nose in one spot. But believe it or not, we're like 70 knots. We're going at a pretty good clip. This area around here is very picturesque. I said this a couple nights ago when I was doing a helicopter stream before. I don't pay as much attention to, ground scenery as maybe I should when I'm flying an airliner and I'm like, anywhere from 15 to 30 or even 40,000 feet up. You can't see this kind of detail when you're up that high, just because rendering distance and the natural rule of things in terms of, oh, like flying up that high. And the atmosphere kind of works against you too. Yeah, I do kind of wish it was just easier to avoid having to keep bobbing the nose up and down so much. But of course, I could assign the throttle, you know, to, what am I trying to say? I could, or I could just use one joystick and put the throttle on it. I might experiment with that if I keep doing helicopter streams like this. I also noticed the slower I go, I think the easier it gets to keep the nose pointing in a specific direction. I don't know what this is. This could be a helicopter airport. I don't think. Oh, actually, I think it is. That's weird. But that would make sense. We're a lot closer to the canyon wall now. So, yeah, we're about to go into the canyon. But I don't necessarily want to blow past these points of interest. I think there's something here. I think these are just default buildings. But just over the next rise, we have what looks like a point of interest. So let's go check it out. Looks like a tiny community around here, which is kind of neat. What is this again? Grand Canyon Village. Right. Right, might get loud. I'm gonna go outside. Bonk. Wasn't minding my collective. Wow. Did I just shut off the engines or something? My collective's at 100%. I have fuel. That's a little weird. I don't recall pushing a button that turned my engine off. Oh. My RPMs dropped. That's what happened. Would you look at that? I'm not sure if I over torqued the engine or not, but I do know that it just, I guess, stalled. Wow, look at that. It's like the more torque I give it, the less the engine wants to actually cooperate. Is it because of the altitude? I don't think I've experienced that actually in recent memory. Nope. It's like it's like something keeps shoving the helicopter down. That's weird. Clearly, I have my crash detection off. That's a little strange, though. Okay, we're basically almost completely idle. Let's give it a little bit of collective. Now I'm kind of pitching the helicopter up and I'm not off the ground yet. I don't get it. But yeah, there's that, instantly you shoot up and then bam. I don't get it. I'm not sure what the deal is right now. Is it a bug with the helicopter? Bam. This is weird. But as soon as I go to idle, my RPMs go right back up. Is it because the helicopter is too heavy? Let me see something. We'll take it back to like 60% fuel. And let's try it. Nope. Something is weird. Oh, wait a minute. Am I doing something wrong? The only thing that's not in the green is my carb. Did I forget to actually turn on, probe or carb heat or something? It wasn't on, it was on cold. It wasn't on hot or auto. Hmm. That might have been the problem. Let me try. Yeah, the carb heat's in the green now. I don't know if that means we're actually good to go or what. Nope, we went up a little bit and now we're going back down to low RPMs. We just shot up. We're gonna come crashing down. Bam! I don't know what's up. I'll leave it at like 76%. We'll probably shoot back up. But now it's not because we're not running the carb heat. So, does anybody know what's going on? That's weird. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna come crashing down again, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. Hmm. Well, if we're not gonna stay up, we might as well go down to the canyon floor. So let's go. We are descending, it looks like. But this is the first time that I've actually stopped to observe the canyon and not go flying past it. I have flown in the Grand Canyon in like X-Plane, I think, or even the first few times in MSFS when I had it the first year and a half, but I haven't actually stopped to really enjoy it since. Well, okay, we're gaining altitude now, so I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and drop some collective. Let's go down to the canyon floor. Okay, so we are going to be flying directly over the Colorado River. We could probably follow this out of the canyon, just have fun until we get to like Lake Mead, and just keep the RPMs like as high as we can and just really shoot the canyon. Ooh, look at that little village down there. Let me have some fun. Let me go ahead and see if I can put it down there. Take a swing around and adjust my collective. All right, swing it around. All right, we should be dropping out of the sky shortly. And now I can, I think, turn my nose in a bit and see if we can set it down somewhere in this canyon. I have a feeling that the problem that I was having keeping the helicopter going just before we went down into the canyon was either a bug or it was pilot error because I didn't actually set myself up correctly and there's too much wind or some other explanation. But let's see if we can put this down here. Okay, and we'll start reducing collective a little bit at a time. As I get closer, the helicopter's going to start fighting ground effect. And that's when I kind of really have to start slipping the collective out. I'm kind of sort of hovering into the wind at an angle. And I'm actually going backwards. Slowly. Okay, there we go. Down. Wow, we are in the canyon, no question. All right, we dropped off our passenger, so to speak. Let's get going. I do kind of wish the trees kind of reacted to the downdraft from the rotor blades and the grass moved, but it's okay. Let's spin the nose around and follow the Colorado River out of here. This is fun. Alright, this is going to be a little tricky and very quick. So this is the Colorado River and we are at the base of the Grand Canyon. I'm going to try to keep my nose down as much as possible and give it as much collective as possible to really power our way through this canyon. I don't necessarily care about being too coordinated in my turns, I just want to get as much speed as I can. A joystick as opposed to a gamepad will give me a lot better control over nose pitch, but the convenience of just being able to plug in my gamepad so quickly into my setup right now is just beyond compare for me. So my apologies for the bobbing nose, but that's what we have tonight. So we're going about 70, 80 knots. We could probably be going a lot faster. So let me give more collective in and see if we can pick up some more speed. we'll keep it like this so I can kind of get a better perspective. And if you find yourself pitching and you're not getting your nose to come down, just reduce your collective a little bit. And when I say collective, I mean throttle. Actually, it's kind of like I was talking about before. There's a point at which your collective actually controls whether or not you're actually going to be able to nose down your helicopter. So I think I found this kind of happy place when within like 88% power where I can actually keep the nose pointed at a specific angle. And if it's not going down when I want it to, I can just reduce power a little bit, slowly feed it back in. And if I'm going down too far, I can feed in more throttle and just maintain my current altitude. I'd like the nose to stay pointed down a touch, but I want to maintain good altitude. I'm not sure if the canyon is this green or if I'm coming across some synthetic scenery. Not sure. I'm about 90 knots on the ground right now. I don't know how much longer I'll go before I get bored, but that's okay. Hopefully everybody's having a good night tonight. I am just taking a slight break from scenery dev tonight just to have some fun in the sim. I might play something else. I don't have some of the mods installed in one of the other games that I used to play. I don't know if I'll do any trucking tonight. If I do, it might be off stream. I've got one more day of work tomorrow before a long Memorial Day weekend, and then sheesh, the run to June and then July. I am trying to finish Plymouth, which is the project I'm working for MSFS. It's an airport in Plymouth, Massachusetts. It's a general aviation airport, but it's taking a little bit longer, and I am okay with that. And the reason why, I'm sorry, it's actually taking a lot longer because I'm actually putting more details into the airport now than I ever planned to, and that's cool. I have some folks that are graciously providing their time and their efforts to give me better photos that I can use to make buildings and objects for the airport, which I plan on producing. And I recently had an opportunity to work with a fellow Twitch streamer and YouTuber in the Blue Yonder to create some additional assets for a real life project for Edmonton Airport, not the international airport, but the GA airport northwest of the city. Hopefully, their real world efforts worked out okay. This is interesting. Now my RPMs are okay, they're in the green. Before I dove into the canyon, they weren't. Also now I see a lot more trees, I'm happy. And the canyon looks a little bit more golden, which I'm really happy about. Kind of bizarre. The cup of coffee I had a couple of hours ago is now just finishing its run through my system. I'm starting to feel tired. So be it, I guess. I don't know how much more distance I have till I hit Lake Mead, and I don't necessarily know if I want to keep going, but I get the feeling it's going to take me a long time to get to Lake Mead at this rate. So I might just kind of make my way out of the canyon and set the bird down somewhere, and then maybe fly someplace else. So we are going to start slowing down, but that was kind of fun for a while. Okay. Let me think. I'm probably going to set it down on a flat surface somewhere around here because I don't know if I'll actually be able to go all the way up to the top in terms of elevation. But at least now my RPMs are coming back up. If I can get up to the top of this wall, I'll put it down at the top. We'll see. Okay, looking like it's going to be possible. I just need to wait for the helicopter to catch up. Let's reel it in, push the nose forward just a little bit. A little bit of forward speed is good, not too much. All right, so I'm going to save some collective, and I don't know, will I be able to sit it down on that? Looks a bit unrealistic. Let me start edging my way towards the very top. Okay, I feel like we're going to make it. I could probably plunk it down there, but we'll keep going up to the top. Specifically to the summit behind this first one here. I can't even imagine what this place looks like in real life in a helicopter. This has to be amazing. Who is that? Mrs. Digi sharing a online video with me. I think I was looking at an octopus. All right, now the next question. Is there going to be a clearing on top of this thing that I'll be able to set the helicopter down on? Or did I pick the wrong place to go to? Let's find out. Okay, easing up off the collective. Looks like there is a spot just off my nose to the left. That's cool. My RPMs are low though, so I gotta be careful. All right, let's see if we can set it down in this field. It's a bit grassy, actually. That's cool. Okay, RPMs are coming down, so that looked like a soft landing, but I was about to just whomp down. I don't know what's up, but I do know the RPMs came back up as soon as I touched down. So I don't think this is a bug per se. I just think that if you run the RPMs at a certain level for too long, I don't know if it's just engine fatigue or what, but it just doesn't want to hold altitude. Good news is we're down. Where are we exactly? Well, we're back on a plateau, and I think we took off from somewhere around there and just kind of went down into the canyon floor. But yeah, this is the Grand Canyon, as it were. And where am I? Oh, way down there. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I think we're gonna go back to the main menu and fly someplace else and see what else we can see. Probably gonna do it for like another 15, 20 minutes and then call it. So this is the States. Um, do I want to go anywhere else? Hmm. Europe? South America? Chile? Mexico, Cali, Vancouver, Victoria. Don't know. Burnaby. That's interesting. I haven't really explored Vancouver at all. Do I want to, or do I want to go find somewhere a little bit more exotic? I don't know. Let me... Where else did I want to go? So this is Paris. I've been around here before, I just haven't spent a lot of time exploring it. I might not today. I think I'm going to go to... Ooh, what's this? This looks interesting. Let's go here. And let's see if we can see stuff in the morning times, or if it's too dark. Alright, we'll take a quick spin around this island, and then I'll probably call it. But this is real time. So let's have some fun. Early morning on the island of, I think, Palermo. And already I can tell I am looking forward to exploring this place a little bit. There's a point of interest right there, right off the bat. Let's drop some altitude and check it out. Beautiful. And what is this? It's like a tower or a fort. Torre de la Pelosa, or the Pejosa, I don't know how to pronounce it, so my apologies. So let's peel back a bit. Can't see it too much because of the time, so let me go ahead and make it a little bit little bit lighter. That's a little better. Spin around. They modeled this. It's kind of cool. All right, let's pull the nose back, pull back a bit from it. And then finish the rotation. Yeah. I don't know, maybe an old school medieval lighthouse? Who knows? Otherwise, this place looks kind of neat. And some radio towers out here as well. Plenty of default buildings. This is satellite scenery, but this isn't photogrammetry. This is an island I have not spent a lot of time exploring in the sim, but it looks nice. One thing I do wish was different. I do wish the roads were a little bit better modeled and that vehicular traffic wasn't so it was better. I'm not sure how it's coded. I'd be curious to find out how. But this is Microsoft's flight sim, not car sim. It would be cool if it was modeled that way, however. Not gonna lie. Man, I don't know what's out here on this pier, but it looks like some warehouses or whatnot. Go check it out. I don't know if those are solid buildings, but I'm pretty sure they're not made for landing helicopters. Nothing says we can't have fun, though. That's interesting. I can't tell whether or not this is bespoke scenery or if these are actually artificially generated. But looks like this is a marina, or at least a port. A tiny port, like a fishing port. But whatever the case, it looks wonderful. And maybe we'll put it down in the square. That's kind of off my nose here. We will see. Hey, I am on the island of Palermo, I believe. Well, actually, no, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not Palermo. Um, Palermo is like closer to Sicily. I believe this is the island of like Cagliari or something. I'm in the Mediterranean, but I'm like a couple hundred miles or 300 miles southeast of like Nice and um east of like Ibiza. Um, I wouldn't say I'm good. I've just like cheated and I, I'm not using a simplified controls. It's just that the default Cabri G2 is such fun to fly. I don't have any other liveries for it, but this is nice to look at. I mean, it sure beats. Well, can I say that? Well, yeah, I don't like the way the Robinson Beta helicopters look. That's my preference. I like this better. Sardinia. Thank you. And gently. Oh, that stutter. I gotta be gentle with the inputs. Slowly, slowly, slowly. One thing about the sim, man, the closer you get to the ground, if you're trying to put it down gently, you do start fighting ground effect. Come on, come on. There we go. Well, not bad. Not bad. I decided tonight, my friend, I just said I didn't feel like doing scenery dev. I just felt like my brain was a little bit toasty, so I just said I'm just gonna have fun. It is. It is. This I bought the premium deluxe version. So I got, you know, the Big Mac with the fries and the soda. I don't know if some helicopters do not come with certain versions of the game. I know I have access to the Cabri G2 and the Bell helicopter. Yeah, yeah, I think it is important to take it easy sometimes, like tonight. I'll show you the Bell as well. So take the black orange Bell Jet Ranger. I don't know if it's supposed to shut down like that, but I'll hit Control E once. The fuel valve is on. What do you say, fellas? Give me some torque. I think I hear it. Yep, I do. That's the ELT, but I'm wondering what I'm failing to do. Oh, yeah. If if who am I saying? If if working title does a great job, Then we should be fine. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I missing something? What am I missing? And why are we beeping? Yeah, that looks good. Let's try it again. Well, it could be because I don't have certain things turned on. And I feel like I hear something outside. Let me see. No, the fuel pump is on. Nah. It shut off. Hey, YYC out tomorrow. Hello, my friend. Welcome, Studio Canal. Good to see you. I'm having trouble with the Bell Jet Ranger. It could have been complaining because I just swapped to it from the Cabri G2. So I'm going to grab the Bell Jet Ranger and fly a little bit around Sardinia again. And we kind of set it down here or here somewhere. Um, let's go here and take the Jet Ranger because I'm beginning to like flying helicopters a lot more these days. And we'll take the orange and black livery like we said we were. And we'll set the time to like a little bit later in the day, in the morning. That should do it. It is great to have you here, friends. Really appreciate the company. I'm icing my brain. I decided to take a day, excuse me, a night just to chill and have some fun. Flying the amazing looking Bell 407. Have a good night, Pure Luck. I totally understand. Take care, my friend, and hope to catch you again soon. Okay, so now we're actually flying the helicopter instead of having it beep at us. Let's get some collective and turn the ship around. I want to go back to that point of interest over there if I can. Oof, wow. The Jet Ranger does not fly the same thing the same way the Capri does. I'll tell you that right now. But now I got the bird under control. At least I think I do. I thought I saw a castle somewhere. I did. I did. The landscape out here looks wonderful. Such a nice looking helicopter. It's not easy to pilot, but it is nice. Don't know what that is beneath me, but we'll see if we can get a closer look. All right, so, Canuck, the order of the day with these helicopters, plan your movements ahead of time and kind of let the helicopter catch up to you. There we go. Thank you, my friend. It's been a nice week. It's been a very fast week so far. I have a 4-day weekend coming up, and tomorrow is my last working day, so I got some stuff to take care of. But yeah, it's been okay. It's been okay. I've had to learn some stuff. I've had some challenging tasks to do, but that's okay. What is this? Oh, and then I was watching another stream friend of mine, um, flights with Joel, and he usually flies GA aircraft or occasionally helicopters. He got a Bell 222, the plane that basically was Airwolf, and was flying it on stream. I'm like, oh, come on. Somebody painted an Airwolf livery. I think Cohen Sim released it and has an Airwolf livery, but doesn't have it, of course, being authentic, because clearly they would have to pay licensing fees and stuff like that. Let's get down a little bit more. Check this out closely. It isn't as easy to drop altitude in these helicopters, I'll tell you that. But this looks weird. Really weird. Bizarre, even. But so be it. All right, that's enough exploring. How's your week been, friend? You have got to be close to the end of the school year. You have to be. It's got to be weeks for you now. What's my current heading? Current heading is, oh, no. So I'm like northwest right now. Got it. Flying helicopters in this sim is something that I am enjoying and still getting used to. Okay. All right, so you've got about a month collectively, and you've got 2 weeks until you're done with regular classes. It's been a while, and I'll leave it at that, since I was in high school in the US. I remember we had classes usually from like September through mid to late June, and in high school finals were like the last couple of weeks of the time that I was there. So I would imagine it's a very similar system for you folks out in Canada. All right, scrub off some speed. Let's go check out the town. We are descending at about close to 2,000 feet per minute, which is definitely going to affect your stomach. Okay. This is a city somewhere, but I'm having fun hovering and spinning around and looking at town details while not moving very fast, which is cool. Like I said, I'm a fan. The flight model has its limitations, sure, but it's a fun thing to fly. I'll put it down in this field here. Maybe go check one more thing and then call it a night. Man, I'll confess to you, Canuck, I really, 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 really wanted to go to Expo this year. Um, I was, and not just me, Mrs. Digi and I really wanted to go to Expo this year. And then we we go file taxes this year, and it's like, oh, we owe X, which, all details aside, was not something we were prepared to owe. And it's just like, wow, it just kind of socked. It just kind of socked the plans, but you know, it's a thing. I can't be mad. I know I would have gone. I know I would have enjoyed meeting a lot of people and saying hi to a lot of people. Um, one of my friends threw some money in my tip jar to see if I could go. It's not something that I have the funds for right now. I still would like to go. Unfortunately, my schedule and such, I ran out of time to finish Plymouth and release it so that I could try to, you know, fund my trip using the sales. But what am I going to tell you? Like, I'm not mad at that. I would rather spend my time making sure that the airport looked good, since I am a designer of one, instead of rushing it out the door and have people go, "Oh, okay, it's another airport. Oh, okay, it's okay. It's not bad." I want to pay respect to the people that call that airport their home. So that's how I want to handle it. Oh, wow, there we go. I will say though, this helicopter is sweet. But flying with a gamepad is certainly a challenge. Yeah, I just, you know where I'm coming from because I'm sure you were kind of in the same boat too. Like, there were a few opportunities that were missed. 2020 was one of them. 2021 was kind of like, I'm gonna, they were back to it, but there weren't that many people that went. So, what are you gonna do about that? You can't do much about it. It wasn't something that I was trying to do myself. like go to San Diego for 2021, but I was hoping to make it, wait, I think they went back to San Diego for 2022, or somewhere. And I was hoping to actually make it to Houston this year. But like I said, there are other priorities that have to be taken care of. I'm not saying that it's going to be impossible for me to go. Maybe something will happen at the absolute last minute. Um, and that would be great. But I don't know. I don't know. Right now is a big fat question mark. And I'm not sure if it's going to work out. What do I want? Let me think. Let's grab the Shock Ultra. I like flying that plane. Let's go somewhere where there's really good scenery. Ooh. You know, I flew out of like Western France to go to Philly earlier in April for Cross the Pond. But I wait, was that the airport that I used? Yes, I want to say it was, but I could be wrong. Was it LFRS? It could have been. Yeah, we'll do Western France for now. I want to see some, ah, it was somewhere around here that I took off from here in like a 747. And it wasn't that long before I saw the Atlantic Ocean. So let's go to where there are some points of interest, like here. All right, we'll put it down there. We've talked about this on stream before. The number one reason I wanted to go was to spend time with people and to say hi to folks. But it's okay, because I am interested in the Summer of Freeware tour that I'm trying to actually do. And I'm probably gonna try to build airports in as many places as I can realistically. And the key phrase is realistically. So essentially, like the US, Canada, Europe, maybe either Australia or somewhere in Asia. Ooh, there's the lighthouse. I'll make a low pass. So I think I want to make like 3 or maybe even 4 extremely tiny, 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 tiny small airports. Let me lower the sim volume. It's a little loud with this plane. All right, that should do it. Let's swing it around. Oops, somebody's flying a 787. All right, keep turning. Keep turning. There we go. There it is. Looks like a big lighthouse and a little lighthouse. Custom assets for sure. Pretty nice. Wow. Yeah, man. These are the details you miss when you fly at like 30,000 feet. And I'm not judging, by the way. I do that all the time. But as I'm learning to fly the helicopters more and take in flight from a slower perspective, I'm starting to enjoy the concept. Right, we're really chopping speed now. That's good. Let's see where we can plunk this thing down. There are several airfields. Well, excuse me, not several airfields, several fields. We could just dip it right down here. Incoming. Let's see if we flip this thing. Ah, we just skimmed the surface of that hill. All right, all right, not bad, not bad. Okay, one wing and a tree, but right on the lakefront here, which is neat. Wow. I'm sorry, I gotta stop for like a hot second here and take in the scenery. This looks nice. Man, France, maybe I should visit? I mean, besides the fact that I'd probably get to see MSEP, um, these are, I guess you might say they're more European land class house assets. So the buildings look different. I'm pretty sure they look different. They'd look different than what you'd see in the States. And I don't know, the landscape just looks different, nicer, different for sure, unique, a different experience. Hmm. What do I want to do? I think I've been flying now for about a little less than 2 hours. I think I'm just going to do some more stuff offline and call it a night and just enjoy some time before I wake up for tomorrow and start my last day for the week. I genuinely like this. I did. Let me go ahead and go back to the main menu and chill for a bit. But thanks for coming out. Thanks for saying hi, folks. Thanks for lurking. Um, I am I don't know. I'm kind of two minds about this right now. This experiment of streaming once a night this week has kind of been fun in some sense because I got to talk to more people than I usually do. Well, no, I take that back. I got to talk to people at times when I wasn't expecting to talk to people, which is great. But at the same time, I do also like doing, I think, twice and 3 time a week streams during the week when I'm doing scenery dev. I'm kind of in transition right now with regards to scheduling and working on new projects because I'm on a different team, IRL. So there's a little bit of work indigestion, if you will. It's a new diet. I'm not eating different food. I'm just saying the work and the things that I'm undertaking, they're different, so they require more time and more focus. And hopefully the summer will be a little bit more consistent, a little bit more back to the norms of what streaming used to be like for me. Like I said, I want to continue doing or working towards doing 2 or 3 freeware releases this summer. I am going to take your consideration to mind, like I think you said, like Red Deer Field or something like that. So if you're still here, Canuck, and I will also take other airfields into consideration. I have lots of screenshots I've taken from other Twitch channels to create tiny airports. The biggest thing for me is I think I just want to know that I can do it well. There are a few blocks that I have that I have to get over. But of course, the only way to get over them is just by actually doing the thing. So that's the idea. Well, folks, I hope you had fun watching me fly the helicopters tonight. I'm sorry that I didn't understand how to fly the Cabri correctly, because clearly I wumped it down several times. But at the same time, I've checked out places that I don't normally spend time checking out on stream, which is great. And I'm debating whether or not I'm going to stream tomorrow night. Chances are I probably will. Whether I'll be flying or doing scenery development, I don't know yet. But I might take a break tomorrow and then stream on Friday during the day. Or I might just take off tomorrow and Friday and stream on, like, say, Saturday, or do something. I don't know. I do know I'm going to call it a night. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I don't know if anybody's streaming that I want to raid. Let me take a look. Well, let's see. Chill Maze is streaming right now. And Aussie Coffee Bean is streaming. And Nick Gressla is streaming. And Burstix is streaming. But I think Aussie Coffee Bean is a relatively new streamer that I haven't spent that much time saying hi to. So we're going to do a quick raid and send you folks over there in case you wanted to check out a little bit more Flight Sim content. So thanks for stopping by tonight. Hope you have a great evening. And we will see you when we see you. So until next time, folks, much love to you all. And like I always like to say, if you want true peace, you want the Prince of Peace, and that is Jesus Christ. Take care, folks. Have a great night.